Imagine living in a place where the ground beneath your feet could suddenly crack open. Rivers of glowing lava slowly move across the land, and entirely new pieces of land are being created right before your eyes. It might sound like something from a science fiction movie, but this is actually happening in one U.S. state, Hawaii, the only state in the United States with active volcanoes. Located in the middle of the vast Pacific Ocean, more than 3,000 kilometers away from the U.S. mainland, Hawaii is made up of a chain of beautiful islands that were all formed by volcanic eruptions over millions of years. In fact, the islands themselves are not just islands. They are the tops of massive volcanoes that rise thousands of meters from the ocean floor. Some of these volcanoes are ancient and no longer active, but others are still alive and continue to shape the land even today. One of the most famous is Kilauea, known as one of the most active volcanoes on Earth. Kilauea has erupted many times in recent history, sometimes sending bright fountains of lava high into the air, and other times producing slow rivers of molten rock that travel across the land and eventually pour into the ocean, creating dramatic clouds of steam as the hot lava meets the cold seawater. Another enormous volcano on the big island of Hawaii is Mauna Loa, which is actually the largest volcano on Earth when measured by volume and area. If you measure it from its base deep on the ocean floor to its summit, it is even taller than Mount Everest. Mauna Loa has erupted many times in the past, and when it erupted again in 2022 after nearly 40 years of quiet, it reminded scientists and residents that Hawaii's volcanoes are still very active and powerful forces of nature. The reason Hawaii has these volcanoes while most other parts of the United States do not is because the islands sit directly above a powerful geological hotspot deep within the Earth's mantle. At this hotspot, extremely hot, molten rock slowly rises toward the surface and breaks through the crust, forming volcanoes. Over millions of years, repeated eruptions from this hotspot built the Hawaiian Islands one by one. However, the Earth's crust here, specifically the Pacific tectonic plate, is slowly moving across this hotspot. Because of this movement, new volcanoes form over the hotspot, while older islands gradually move away and become inactive. That is why the big island of Hawaii is currently the youngest and most volcanically active island in the chain, while the islands farther to the northwest are much older and their volcanoes are now dormant. Unlike many volcanoes in other parts of the world that erupt violently with huge explosions and ash clouds, Hawaiian volcanoes are known for their relatively gentle eruptions. Their lava is thinner and flows more easily, which allows it to travel slowly across the land like glowing rivers of fire. While these lava flows can destroy roads, forests, and buildings in their path, they usually move slowly enough for people to evacuate safely. Over time, when the lava reaches the ocean and cools into solid rock, it actually adds new land to the island. This means that the island of Hawaii is slowly growing larger year after year as new layers of volcanic rock build up along the coastline. Volcanoes are also deeply connected to Hawaiian culture and traditions. In Hawaiian mythology, the powerful volcano goddess Pele is believed to live within the volcanoes and control the lava flows. Many local residents still respect these traditions today, and visitors are often warned not to take pieces of lava rock from the islands as souvenirs because, according to local belief, doing so can bring bad luck. Scientists carefully monitor Hawaii's volcanoes using advanced instruments that track earthquakes, gas emissions, and tiny movements of the ground. This monitoring helps experts predict eruptions and keep local communities safe, and the story of Hawaii's volcanoes is far from over. Deep beneath the ocean southeast of the Big Island, an underwater volcano called Loihi is slowly rising toward the surface. Scientists believe that thousands or even tens of thousands of years from now, this underwater volcano may eventually break through the ocean surface and form a brand new Hawaiian island. This means that the Hawaiian island chain is still growing and changing, shaped by powerful forces deep inside the Earth. While many places around the world have ancient volcanoes that have been silent for thousands or even millions of years, Hawaii is one of the rare places where the planet is still actively creating new land, reminding us that the Earth is constantly changing and evolving. That is what makes Hawaii truly unique, the only U.S. state where active volcanoes continue to shape the landscape, build new land, and show us the incredible power of nature.